And we are live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever you do for a living, shout out to you. Shout out to my barbers in the barbershops and hairdressers in the beauty salons and the nail techs and the braiders, and shout out to the engineers and the AC techs, and shout out to the whatever you do. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. If you want God as much as you want good for yourself, then that is a good trait. You're a good person. All right, here we are on this beautiful Wednesday morning. I can't believe it's Wednesday already. Today is the 8th of April, 2026, and we are here and we are thankful to be here. Listen, this morning we're running our live sharp. So basically, we were supposed to start at 8:30. We're starting at 8:42 to be exact. So 8:42 to 9:42, 9:42 to 10:42. By 10:42, we'll be up out of here. We have three topics that we want to cover this morning in this morning live show. And you know how we do the long talking in at the beginning and warm up the crowd and all that. We're not going to do that this morning. We're going to just dive right into the topics. All right. Shout out though. Have to do a quick shout out for the first couple of people who entered the room and just make them know so we appreciate them and all these things. So Audrey is the first one in, and Audrey says morning fam and present teacher. And then she says what she usually says as well, which I appreciate you greatly for, Audrey. Audrey said, please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. Please. That kind of remind the people them. If you don't hit the thumbs up button, it don't cost you nothing and it helps us out over here. All right. Anthony Vaz is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Sharon Spence is here with us this morning. Nans Allure or Nans is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here, Nans. Who else? Boy, Nans, me see a whole heap of something yesterday, but I haven't even checked them yet. Right? I'll get to them sometime soon. Audrey says, I'm not sure why my chat filter keep reverting back to something OP messages instead of all the messages every time on this chat. Something not right. A lot of things not right over here. And a lot of the things I can't control them. Black Eagle 594, big up yourself. YouTube is doing its thing. And we just have to hang in there and try to do the thing alongside what YouTube is doing with their thing. You know what I mean? We're not one of those situations where somebody else holds the handle and we hold the blade. All right? Why a bear wheel may I get? I don't know, Audrey. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Curse in the building with us this morning. Unstoppable. Josh is here this morning. Lady J is here. Pussy G, big up yourself. Upments, thank you for being here. Elaine Brown is in the building. Dorothy T is here. Mistress B, 007 Talk is here with us this morning. Norma Jean is in the building. You're the finest. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Banches, big up yourself, Banches. Thank you for being here. Marilyn Grant's in the building with us this morning and says, good morning to everyone, all the way from Great Britain, and please like the live. All right. Thank you for being here. BM, thank you for being here. We appreciate you greatly, Dorothy T. And Gigi Ramecki, thank you for being here as well, not Romeric. All right, here we are. Now I got right into the topics. I have three topics on the board. I need you who are in the live to pick which one you want to start with. I want to start with the one with the lady who gave birth in Jamaica and lost. She went to the hospital to give birth and she came home with no baby and a broken heart. And I think this is something that everybody needs to hear, her give an account, because there was so much that was said in this that I feel like I have something to say about it too. And I'm sure those of you, especially those who have given birth before, have a whole lot to say about so many things that are wrong with this picture right here, right? So we have that story. Then we have the story about it's a scary situation in Jamaica right now because The police killing is really at an all-time high. Like Jamaican police, them are killing indiscriminately, it seems. It seems. And my disclaimer will kick in right when we get to do that topic. And then, frivolously speaking, why are so many young people looking older or looking like their older counterparts, human beings, so to speak? Like, I see a youth who is 25 years old, not going to call his name on this platform, he's famous. At 25 years old, he actually looks like he's about pushing 40. And it's not him alone, it's like a lot of them. So I wonder what go on with the younger crowd. What's going on with, is it something in the air? Is it something in the food? Is it something, I don't know. What lifestyle, like what is it why younger people are looking so much older and older people them are look fresh and young? Like when you guess them age, you're wrong. Right? Those are the three topics we have, and we're going to run through those three topics in the 2 hours that we have here. I ask you now to choose which one do you want to start with. Do you want to start with the giving birth or the birth experience? Do you want to start with the police killing, or do you want to start with the age? Birth, police, age. Birth, police, age. I will count and you start now. Birth, police, age. I will count and you start now. Audrey kicks off the start and Audrey goes with birth. And then, so we are looking at birth right there. I see birth again. I see birth again. Gigi Remeki, birth. Pussy G Baby, which is birth again. Dorothy T, Lady Jane, Norma Jean, birth. Miss Goldie Robinson, birth. Beer birth, may I say, we are 22 seconds in already. Birth. Pussy G, birth. Mistress B, birth. Beer birth. Birth. I'm guessing this one holds dear to the women. We're 30 seconds in and counting with 30 seconds to go. Jump on it. 32, 33. Birth. Beer birth it is. Might as well start lining up the birth story. We are 40 seconds. Black Eagle, big up yourself. Birth. I might as well start talking. We have 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and birth it is. You're the finest. Good luck to her. She got this. I want to go on with You're the finest. Who has what? You're the finest giving birth? Oh, You're the finest, say. Everybody else say You're the finest. She got this and all these things. So it's going to be birth. All right. So let me set the story up for you. A new mother was giving birth. You know, after all this talk of Jamaica's birth rate dropping to a level where we're not replenishing, genocide, it seems like law enforcement says. Good morning, SouFLo, everyone in the chat. All right, let me see this. Oh, state testing for her daughter. All right. Okay. Wishing her all the best. It seems like, okay, so they've been talking about Jamaica birth rate being low, right? Not enough women are having children. The woman them said them don't want to have no picnic, especially the younger women them, which is who we're looking to have children, because older women, either their childbearing years are gone or them just no want to have no picnic and no more because them have enough already, blah, blah, blah. The younger generation is saying, me not have no picnic because the health infrastructure set up certain kind of way. More babies are dying now than ever before, and that's kind of crazy that we're moving into 2027, 2026, 2027, modern times with so much modern technology available to bring babies healthy into the world, and we're still having babies dying at birth and so on and so forth at an alarming rate, right? So we're really functioning like a third world country. You know, Jamaicans don't love to hear you call them third world country, right? But we're functioning like that in that aspect. A lot of these women are scared. They're scared of what could happen to them when they go to these hospitals. Here's a story of a sister who I really feel sorry for her after this. But take in our story and then we're going to talk a little bit. The story goes like this.
nobody to go through looking forward to a child. Me set up my nursery before me go to hospital and come on with a empty hand. The car ride from the hospital was the worst experience. My brain started attack me like when me see eat it, I said, yeah, eat food and your baby dead. And then like me hear all voices are laughing and me hear them say, your baby dead. Like me just my brain totally has passed out for me. Because me that look forward, me at 33 and me never get pregnant before. Me that look forward.
She was basically losing her mind, right? She said after she lose the baby at the hospital, she had to take taxi come home and the worst taxi ride in her life because she went to the hospital to have a baby. For those of you who are not hearing, she went to the hospital to have a baby and now she's going home empty-handed. You have to hear the whole story. It's very deep. She is going home empty-handed and she said her brain start attack her. She said if she try eat some food, voices in her head start say stuff like, your baby dead, your baby dead. And the next one is saying, yeah, eat food and your baby dead. You know, these kind of things. So she said her own brain start to attack her. Putting you on to what you're about to hear. Listen.
I went to the baby with all of my heart, all of my mind. You understand? We did look for and they expect this. We see everybody going, they go have them baby and come back home. While me are the only one, the only person who will come back home empty-handed. Like, what kind of punishment was that? The fact that I was a high-risk patient all along, and then I was having blood pressure issues. I was wondering why they didn't just kind of induce the labor on Thursday. It never worked. I was in pain. I was feeling contractions, but I wasn't. The cervix wasn't opening. It wasn't going past 1 centimeter. Even up until Friday morning, it was still at 1 centimeter. So they said they're going to induce me again, which they did about 11 o'clock. And about...
They said they're going to induce me again. No one time you can induce somebody. At one time you can induce somebody, right? After 24 hours is mandatory. See, that are up here. That is in America. We don't need to listen because things are done very differently in Jamaica. Listen. That you have to hear the whole story, man.
After they induced me at 11 o'clock, the pain got intense. But when they check it about after 1 or after 2, it's still at 1.5 centimeters, so it still wasn't going anywhere. So then again, they said that one nurse come and check me again, and she said, you're at 4 centimeters, about 3 o'clock. And when she did that, I think she burst the water. I'm not entirely sure because it's just she come and push her hand up in me, and then when she pull out her hand, the water come out. So I'm not sure if she's the one that burst it or what, but she said your water break at that time, 3 o'clock. 3
o'clock Thursday?
3 o'clock Friday.
Friday, okay.
Yes. So then they said they're gonna go for a wheelchair to come back to take me around to the delivery ward. Which then I come back, and when the nurse eventually came back, she made me go around there. Because I was on the ward that I was on is called 4 East. I'm supposed to be on the 4 West, but because that ward is full, they put us over the surgical ward to stay all the way over to the delivery suite. But anyways, when she comes for me about after 4 to take me around to the delivery ward. But she didn't have a wheelchair. She just come pick up my bags and we walk over. I could barely walk because then the baby down in my cervix area. It did painful. Me walk and I bounce up on the wall, and even the nurse asked her why she never get one wheelchair.
One next nurse asked her because she see her walk and bounce up on the wall and ask the nurse why you never get one wheelchair carrier in a
was busy.
Okay.
So I stopped in the examination room. She connected me on the machine, which I have to spend 20 minutes on the machine listening to the baby heart rate, and they checked the cervix again. It was at 4 centimeters. So she carried me over to the delivery ward anyway. So they took me over to the delivery ward. A female doctor came. She stretched the cervix. She said that you're now at 7 centimeters, right? But she didn't stay for the delivery. it was just me and one nurse that did the delivery. There was another girl beside me giving birth. She had about 2 nurses over there on her side helping her to deliver. When I went into the room, she was already in there feeling pain. But she looked like she wasn't dilated as well. So the same doctor stretched her too. And we both started pushing around the same time, which was about 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
So we both started pushing the same time. However, for our baby, me here when they call the time for our baby, which was 7:30. And then me still a struggle because of me and the one lady. She hold one foot, me I hold the next foot. And my first time having a baby, me struggle. When she tell me to breathe, sometimes I inhale in my ear, me just exhale like me I do it back and front with the breathing.
Oh, you said this was your first pregnancy?
Yes.
Oh, how old are you?
33.
33, okay.
Yeah. So she say, mother, you have to breathe through your nose, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. I tried my best to follow her, but sometimes I find myself.
No, Pussy G, our baby wasn't breached because the doctor was saying that them can't see the head. The baby was stuck in the passage right there, so, and was there for a long time. And the doctor was seeing the head and was saying, we can't see the head. Push more. But she said she can't push no more because she out of breath now. I push. And she said, you go here. She gained a lot of weight with the pregnancy. And she said nobody else was there to help her except for this one. She and this one nurse, not a doctor. And she have to hold up one of her own leg while she a push. And the doctor hold up, the nurse hold up the other leg while she pushing. So holding up her own leg, she get tired. And she out of breath. And she can't push no more. And the baby stuck right there. Right? Just so everybody understand.
Not able to follow because the pain so immense. You understand? So she tell me, says, when I feel the contractions to push, but I have to hold up the foot, hold up my head and look over the belly. So I try my best to follow all her instructions. But the reason I weigh about 240 pounds with the pregnancy, the weight that I gained. We started out at 214 and I go to about 240. So I'm kind of heavy. So I struggle to hold up my own foot in the situation. She have pressure with the next foot to hold it up and then still give me instructions and it just she alone. So
is that usual for one nurse to be delivering a baby?
I don't think so. I don't think so. As far as I hear other mothers say, they say no, it's not normal for one nurse. There should have been a doctor there as well. Wow. So anyways, after the girl had her
one nurse deliver baby by herself, no doctor there. Are we witnessing the doctor shortage? Is this a case of when the Cuban doctors were there were no doctor shortage like this? I never hear no story like this before. Me hear baby born dead and all them something there already. And whole heap of baby from one of them hospital there passed away recently died. And Dr. Christopher Tufton was acting like him either wanted to ignore it or sweep it under the rug or something like that. And even us, when we discussed it, I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but the numbers were alarming when they said this was from one hospital and this was just for the first part of the year. It was a whole heap of baby that had died. I think it's Kingston Public Hospital. I'm not sure. Don't want to say the wrong thing. But the baby them are dead at an alarming rate at birth time, coming into and after birth, right? One nurse, no doctor, and you have to hold up for your own leg. All right.
Maybe at 7:30, me realize me fall apart because my foot, me can't hold the foot no more. So me said to her, you can't ask somebody please to come help hold my foot. Me can't manage. This time, my baby father, they're outside, because the visiting time was 6 o'clock. He had come to visit me, but he didn't get to come in because I was already in the delivery room, so they wouldn't let him in. And that rule need to change in Jamaica because...
Well, don't hear that though, right? She's in the birthing room. She's giving birth. She can't even hold up her own leg. She had tell them, say, I'm tired, I can't hold up my own leg no more because she hold one leg up and the nurse hold up the other leg. And her baby father is standing outside and they will not let him in. Not 2026 we live in now. Why is he not being let in? Remember, I spoke to this audience and I said every man should be there when their child is born because, for one, it's going to give you a whole different outlook on how children come into the world, and it's going to give you a whole different level of respect for that woman that is bringing your child into the world. Well, someone will bring that jacket, them will bring Kongyo, but you will still get to see how your mother did push you out, if she did push you out, and all these things. It will give you a different level of respect for mothers, right? And most men who actually are there to see their children born, they tend to be better fathers. Even if them did a bugo yaga before, that experience is something like a life-changing experience. Why wasn't he allowed in the room? Exactly, Elaine Turner, where were the stirrups for the legs? In 2026, what is stirrup them there for the legs? Because I know somebody's supposed to hold up your leg them. Are you a hold up your own leg while I try push out, baby? Man, listen. That's ridiculous. Not even when my grandmother was giving birth. This is why so many people leave to give birth in another country. You know, I was told that them not even get epidural and them something there. So when the pain clot, you know, if you're somebody who can't take pain, you have to just bear with the pain, because they not even have that. You know who I haven't seen in a while? I haven't seen Kaitai Jai Empress in a while. And I hope she's doing well. Kaitai Jai Empress, and the reason why I just said her name just now is because I remember we had this discussion about giving birth, and somebody said, in a Jamaica, when you give birth, not even epidural, them not having no unless you go to one of them fancy private hospital there. You have to go push out that. So every Jamaican woman will have baby at public hospital is a gangster because she have to bear the pain and push you out. And Kataja Empress said something along the lines of, thank God for epidural. Give me my epidural. When me get it, baby come out, me don't feel a thing, I'm fine. And that's why I remember her connecting her to this story right here, right? Let's finish hearing some more of this woman's story. Cause boy, she said,
one nurse to be delivering a baby?
I don't think so. I don't think so. As far as I hear other mothers say, they say no, it's not normal for one nurse. There should have been a doctor there as well. Wow. So, anyways, after the girl had her baby at 7:30, me realized me fall apart because my foot, me can't hold the foot no more. So me said to her, you can't ask somebody please to come help hold my foot. Me can't manage. This time, my baby father the outside, you know, because the visiting time was 6 o'clock. Mm-hmm. He had come to visit me, but he didn't get to come in because I was already in the delivery room, so they wouldn't let him in. And that rule needs to change in Jamaica because fathers need to see how them baby born. They need to see what so the mothers go through that because I'm more softer heart. Me think that they, you understand?
So how is he taking? How is the father taking it now?
He's not taking it good. A while ago, he went to work this morning 6 o'clock and I see him come home bawling at the top of his voice in the community like a little 10-year-old. Him pull up at the gate and him bawling. Me have to run out of the house, go out and go hook him up. And me have to reverse in car coming at the yard.
And you say, you went full term, right? 9 months?
Yeah, I'm 38 weeks. Yesterday, Sunday.
Okay.
Well, after I delivered, I had the baby at 8:34.
I break down, the man break down, you know, that poor man, they must say, I'll go to work and do him best to hold himself together. Probably crying all the way home because he's going to have to walk in the house and see his wife or woman would just lose the baby. Plus sadness take him over, no baby, no daddy. And according to her, them fix up them nursery, the baby one room and everything well put together for the baby to be there. You know, see what she said? She said out a road at them gate, the man ball, come out of the car and ball. He couldn't move the car no more. She have to reverse the car up into the yard and hold him up, carry him go inside. Now you would have think some people would be like, then him supposed to hold she up and console her. Or do men cry like that when time them baby dead or when time them woman lose them baby? Some men do. And all the time man can be the only strong one. Men get weak too. And men cry too. And men feel the loss too. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how close he was to the development of that pregnancy. He probably did rub belly all this time. And I practice breathing techniques with her. And I talk to the baby through the belly. and I tell himself, say, I can't wait to meet you when you come out. I tell the baby, I can't wait to meet you when you come out. Daddy is waiting for you and all these things. He might feel it too. He might go feel it too. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Okay.
Nobody came back to say anything to me except the pediatrician.
So the baby was alive when you delivered him, or it was?
Alright, so let me finish the delivery story. After she got someone about 8 o'clock to come and help hold the foot. After the person came at 8 o'clock to help hold the foot, we still never get no progress. Then start pour olive oil in the vagina to try to.
Say what now? She said after they were holding her leg up and she hold one leg and them hold the other leg and she push and push, the baby not coming out. So them start pour olive oil in her vagina, forget the slipper, forget the baby face. Are we in 2026? Or am I missing something here? Wanna talk to me, cause me a man. Me no have no tonton, me no have no womb. I don't bring babies into the world. Am I missing something here? At the hospital, open you up and pour olive oil down in your vajayjay, forget the. Is this it? Maybe I'm not educated enough. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. May I read the comment section? I'm looking, because I know I got a few nurses in here, and I know I got a few healthcare workers in here. Somebody please help me out. Is this normal? Is this what we're supposed to be doing? Is this a standard procedure? Is this medically recommended? I saw it work? Or what am I missing? Hold on, make me pause on a story a little bit, because live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Not the best, but I'm going. Just accommodate me with more water. It's supposed to be something like a Vaseline. Something like, not necessarily Vaseline, but something to get it slippery so I can get the baby through without tearing. Yes, if the baby's.
So this is a method that they do in Jamaica.
Yes, because I know persons who that was used on. Yeah, but if not, they get that sharp instrument, and you know what that means. Bust it open. Yeah. But you remember the morning
this a modern day technique though?
Modern day, yeah. And I'm going to bring you back to something. You remember the morning when the baby called you and so she went privately telling the doctor what she went to St. Anne? So this goes back to show you, I said, if you don't do things private, if you don't have your money, we're dead for once. And you heard she said 2 nurses, right? You remember she said that on the other patient, 1 with her. So that goes to show they had a lady friends or she paid, because there should be no way like that. And if you're in difficulty, that's when they call a doctor. And you're supposed to be monitored, hook up to that ECG machine.
EKG.
Yes.
So it's normal for 1 nurse to deliver a baby with patient, no doctor there?
In Jamaica, I'm going to tell you, yes. Yes, because it's 1 delivered my baby. First baby.
What?
Yes. Yes, man. So remember, I said, healthcare here is different from there. I was saying that to you.
I know, that's why I'm soaking in everything you're saying, because y'all are women and you've been through it and you get on the other side and you know, so I can't overtalk what I don't know.
Yes.
I'm trying to make sense of it, because from all that I've known, remember 7 picnic me having them, watch all of them born,
Yes,
so exactly. I've never seen anything like what this woman is talking about. Oh, the mother can hold up her own leg and she get tired and can't breathe no more, and the baby stuck, and the doctor is saying, and the nurse, I said, me see the head, but nobody has the baby. And she and the nurse alone in there. I've never seen any of that.
Did you hear what I just said? You have time when they strap patients to the bed, like younger girls, 17, 18, they strap them and get belt and ruler and beat them. You know, I tell you, my sister was it.
So, let me
tell you. I'm telling you that. I'm
No,
not
say
asking
that
you.
again. Say that again. What
They
you say?
take belt or ruler and beat you. Cut me your foot. Me not ask me, I tell about my sister. Me I tell about who gets slapped with ruler.
You talk about back in the 80s or something like that.
Which 18th? 1993, 1994, 1995. I'm not asking, I'm telling you.
Me not think they do that no more.
Yeah, but it should have been done before. That's why many pictures got lost. And just like this 33-year-old lady that is not speaking, I knew a married lady. Her baby lost the same. Happiness, up in your foot. You think that's all going in a certain foot, and she lost her only child and she never went back to get pregnant because what you went through.
So what are they beating for?
Cut me your foot. So there's no care, there's no love.
So like when
only the other people with straight hair and light color skin.
So when
and if you don't have your money, yeah. So if you don't have your money, that's if you go privately, it's better for you, but it shouldn't be so because they had a pair my own married. If the man can come in, come and look under your foot. Me not ask me, I tell you that happened to me.
So if you're not married to the babe, the father of the child, him not allowed in there.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Yeah, tell her, because that lady know. That lady know. Her baby father could have been of great help for her. Helping hold the foot while the nurse hold the other foot. So you see, we don't care for each other. So we only care for the friend who in our league and stuff like that. I'm saying it happens. And this is with me. Me got the pill. I think it's induced something because I was there in labor for a very long time, maybe 24 hours. And the doctor said, I want to give you the pill. And I said to her nicely, I say, because just like when you say, our visiting hours and the lady, baby father couldn't come in, I said to her, nurse, my baby father is about to come. Can I see him before you insert this pill? Because I thought I was going to be restricted. Because it's the information. They don't explain nothing to you, just whip. Why injection to come? Whip.
That's something where to induce you.
No, but she was putting in a pill. I don't exactly remember, but I think it's something like that. Yeah, and I said, let us ask her nicely. Can you in their answer, you know? So you have to be nice to them, you know.
I think and I said, that pill will go
yes.
There and induce you.
Yes. And I said to her nicely, can I see my baby father? Because I know I'm going to be restricted. The woman write on the paper said me refuse. So when one different medical person come and I look on the record, she said, why you refuse? I said, I did not refuse. I only asked her because I know after visiting hours, I will not get to see him and I wanted to see him before because I'm going to be restricted. You understand that what I'm saying? Right. And the lady, right, I refuse. And it's 24 hours. But then I met the nice nurse, but shift changed. But there was in difficulty and turning black and blue my nails. So that's when they call the doctor. And the doctor won't come because it's just one nurse now. And she said, the nice nurse leaving her, she said, I'm going to turn over. She said, don't worry, you're good. And I said, oh my God, because she was there talking to me. Sometimes you're going to meet some people's person. You understand me? So she was one of those persons. And I said to you, to turn me over. But there comes the difficulties. And for long, and they maybe not checking how long I'm in labor and saying the names turn black and blue. So when they hooked me up to that monitor and I have that extraction, and they said, which the thing goes flat. So no heart rate for the baby. So the baby was double wrapped. So they can't come. Because one wrap on the neck, the baby can born, but two wrap, we cannot born.
So the umbilical cord was wrapped around the baby's neck twice? Twice.
So it was literally hanging inside of me and killing me. So it was actually two of us going. So I
that's
went
why
to
your oxygen get cut off. That's why your fingernails and stuff started to change.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Got it. So
that is when they took me to the theater life and death because I'm at 6.5 centimeters for how long? And more than 2 hours, I'm not going no further. So that's when it started turning black and blue. Fetal distress.
baby doodle in me. So,
The baby doodle.
look at the baby doodle. With the first person, should have calling them as well, you know. Sometimes they don't pay keen attention to. But this is what majority of the mothers go through, loss of babies. So you heard about hers, you don't hear about many that happen, just suck it up and people crying and stuff like that. And you see, me tell me they're not empathetic, not sympathetic. You heard what she said? The nurse said to her, yeah, Nyama, your baby dead. Like she's not supposed to have something just left her body.
No,
pull out
as she
everything.
says so. As she says so. She said our mind start attack her
Okay.
as she was
Okay.
driving in the taxi going home. Our mind starts, because she said make she get something to eat, and our voice
Okay.
in her head said, yeah, eat and your baby dead.
Dead.
Yeah, so she couldn't
Okay.
even eat.
My bad about
And
that.
then one next voice in her head start laugh after her and say, your baby dead, your baby dead. A mental issues, a breakdown, she a breakdown mentally, she losing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish better care could have been done in the past.
Why?
And do in the present, come better and come best for us. Now we're talking about birth rate down. So you think people hearing this story who don't have children, don't you think fear is going to be put into them and say they don't want to have that?
Of course, because me did I want woman and me hear this and me not breathe.
Yeah.
Me no want have no baby nowhere in Jamaica if that
Exactly.
that here, unless we have money and can go private doctor.
Privately.
And doctor
Exactly.
attending to me right
And
through.
let me tell you something where you don't know again. You see, when you got a private doctor, they come in with them patient and use up the government something on them patient and then go with free. And whilst who need it, can't get it. This is an eye-opener. Telling you, me see, and then come in and then look after them patients and then cast half a quarter yard pan you. Run through you quick like you saying that run one record race. And that's me tell you.
I'm gonna read out.
People who go through this, somebody call you and tell you.
Yeah, I'm gonna read out you're the finest.
All right.
Loud.
All right.
Pick up yourself here. All right, you're the finest. Comment says I work at the hospital in America. In a labor and delivery. Let me tell you now, them treat women bad same way. It's a worldwide issue. Well, I don't know where you work in the US in labor and delivery where these kind of things happen right here. And a matter of fact, for the 3 children that we have, Kai, Milani, and Manaya, all 3 births, I could say, were good experiences as far as how Shakira was treated. There was a doctor right through from beginning to end. The nurses are there too. The nurse them rotate through, so we have multiple nurses. And then when it comes down time for the birth, the actual birthing to happen, you have the doctor in the birthing room with multiple nurses assisting at the same time as well. So we've never had any of that. Shortage of staff, 1 person in there, no doctor available. You have to hold up your one leg. No stirrups to put the leg them in. I don't know where you at. You're the finest in America, but I guess it depends on where you are at. You work there, so you must know. Me can't speak for you, but I guess where you are at, that's how it is. Which part we there? I never experienced that before. So I guess it's all about where you're at. Black women in one county in Texas have warnings for black women for alarming rates. Black women are dead in a labor. They literally put out a warning. So nothing for Jamaica alone. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm guessing it's where you're at. I've never seen that before. But we'll finish taking the sister's story still, right? Because she has a little bit more to go. Let's finish hearing what she has to say. Hold on there. Let's plug her back up to the speaker real quick. Here we go.
Lady said that now work about 8:15. Another nurse was getting ready to leave, come in here, and she started pump top of the belly. She go up on the table and kind of push down. She said when the contraction come, she push, and she help push and the baby eventually come out at 8:34. When he come out, the cord wrap around his neck 2 times. And he was breathing. He didn't cry even up to when they get him to breathe again. He didn't cry. Crying none at all. They said they got him to breathe 15 minutes after he was born. And
that's what the caller just said happened to her. Her baby card wrapped twice. Them say if the card wrap once, the baby can come out and you can see the card and pull it off. Matter of fact, I think not Milani, but Manaya, our smallest baby, was just born the other day, was born with her card wrapped around her neck. And when she came out, she was purple, blue. And I'm staring like this because the color she was. And then the doctor quickly unwrapped it from around her neck. So what the caller said earlier, how if it wrapped twice, that it's not long enough for them to come out. So she gonna get stuck in there and start to hang inside, right? Her baby, she said when the baby finally get the baby out, the cord was wrapped twice around the baby neck. Them get the baby to breathe 15 minutes after the baby born. Rotted. Humans can't go 15 minutes without breathing. You need air, oxygen. You can't go 15 minutes without oxygen. So them get the baby to breathe 15 minutes after birth, or that's what they told her. That baby was dead already.
He was born 8:30. He was born 8:34. So I didn't see him till about.
What she said?
And so, anyways, when the lady said that now work about 8:15, another nurse was getting ready to leave, come in here, and she started top of the belly. She go up on the table and kind of push down. She said, when the contraction come, to push, and she helped push and the baby eventually come out at 8:34. When he come out,
she start thump the top of the belly. Man, I need some medical professionals in here, like people who deliver babies or something. I want doctor in here, because maybe I'm overreacting and over-exact. You start thump the top of the belly. So if my wife pregnant, me can't thump her in her belly. I'm thump her in her belly, me I gonna hurt the baby. So how when at delivery time you can thump the top of the belly? I see what you're saying about research shows and black babies dying significantly higher rate than white babies and all that. Maybe because it's more care is put into delivering white babies than the care that's put into delivering black babies. Maybe that's what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know where that statistic come from. I'm guessing it's from the United States of America, but maybe that's what it has something to do with it. But she said she go up on the table and start push down on the belly, and then she start thump the top of the belly. You're not a baby nurse. You can't. Boy. Then the mother in a more pain with them a thump her belly. That's what I would think.
Hard wrap around his neck 2 times. Wow. And he was breathing. He didn't cry even up to when they get him to breathe again. He didn't cry. Crying none at all. They said they got him to breathe 15 minutes after he was born. And he was born 8:34. So I didn't see him till about 11 o'clock when they came back to clean me up off the bed. I was just sitting down in the room, looking at the wall, traumatized.
All right. So it was a boy baby, right?
Yeah.
Did you have a name for him?
Yes.
What name did you have for the baby?
Ramante Rakoy Ranger.
Okay, Ramante Rakoy Ranger. Did you do an ultrasound before the delivery?
Yeah, they did an ultrasound about a couple hours before.
So, all right. So, one question: how would you sum up your? Because you said you mentioned Good Friday, but I'm sure it was not Good Friday for you. How would you sum up that this whole ordeal?
I sum it up as the worst experience nobody should go through. Looking forward to a child. I set up my nursery before I go to hospital. I come out. with a empty hand. The car ride from the hospital was the worst experience. Maybe before I stopped to buy food because I wasn't eating. Another thing that happened to me after it, when I was back in the hospital after the baby born and back house, my brain started attack me like when me eat it, I said, yeah, eat food and your baby dead. And then like me hear all voices are laughing at me head and I say, haha, your baby dead. Like me just my brain totally has passed out for me. Because me that look forward, me at 33, I mean never get pregnant before. Me that look forward to the baby with all of my heart, all of my mind. You understand? Me that look forward when they expect this. Me see everybody going there go have them baby and come back home. But me are the only one, the only person who will come back home empty handed. Like what kind of punishment was that? My blood pressure was high before when they induced me because every check that they check, I sent a message to my baby father to let him know. So I have all of the records of the levels on my blood pressure throughout the whole time. You understand? And it was high before they induced me. It was high when I was going into labor as well. So what they should have done, they should have the little machine, the little double thing that they listen to the heartbeat. So know that the baby a flat line when Fanny stuck so long. And the lady should have called a doctor to come cut me. She's not able to cut me because I'm she's not being able to cut me. Why you just stand up there with a baby stuck?
I heard you mention at one point that they said that the scissors was too dull to even cut a cloth.
Yeah, she said this is like she make one look a joke and say, you know what, this is scissors are cutting because this is scissors there can't even cut all cloth.
Wow.
You hear that? So the baby was stuck there in that fatal tunnel passageway. This is how them really try to get the baby out in the car. When the baby's in there, so and you can see the baby crowning, as you can imagine, right? It's like the baby is suffocating right in the front run. Hurry up and get the baby out of there because the baby is not in the womb and the baby is not out where the baby can breathe. Just stuck in the wrong area where right that round the baby face. And she said she was just standing there, like, and she said, why she just stand there like that, knowing said the baby stuck there instead of we go get a doctor to cut her open or something to get the baby out. And then not even decent scissors them no have. She said when them try cut the umbilical cord, the scissors couldn't cut it. She said, you know what, this scissors cut you cause boy, I don't know, I'm glad I not deliver picnic or I not have baby, but I feel a way for her.
You know, some of us the worst experience. Nobody should go through. Looking forward to a child. Me set up my nursery before me go hospital and come home with a empty hand. The car ride from the hospital was the worst experience. My brain started attack me like when me eat it, I said, yeah, eat food and your baby dead. And then like me hear all voices are laughing at me head and I say, haha, your baby dead. Like me just my brain totally has passed out for me. Because me that look forward, me at 33, I mean never get pregnant before. Me that look forward to the baby with all of my heart, all of my mind. You understand? Me that look forward when they expect this.
Well,
suppose the work.
And we can do at this point is send condolences to them for the loss of their newborn, but also we can learn something from this. And you know, it's not about making Jamaica look bad, you know. It's about, and I tell people this all the time because every time we talk about something, first of all, let me say this. I feel resentful sometimes because I've spent many years on this channel in particular, spent many years talking about what Jamaica needs to do to make things better for us. Because I envision myself being there. I want certain things to be readily available when I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with traveling and going overseas to different places in the world and seeing things done a different way. And then being able to take how things are done a different way back home and say, make we not try this instead. And then we try it and it work for the masses of the people and voila, we're living a better life. Nothing wrong with that. But what I find is every time we start talk about the healthcare system and bring up cases like these or the burn unit, like the other day when we bring up the burn unit, I said to the people them say, you know, the woman if you want to teach somebody a lesson, now would be the wrong time to teach her, because if she dead, she not gonna learn no lesson. You know what I'm saying? You teach somebody a lesson when they can learn from the lesson and keep on living. That way them can look back and say, boy, me learn, me listen, me learn, me lesson, me remember the incident that happened. Right? Everybody was like praying for the woman to dead. You shouldn't go up there, go trouble nobody, and dead if you dead. So in the grand scheme of all that, me I try to tell the people them say, hello, the bigger picture here is Jamaica does not have a burn unit. We don't have a comprehensive burn unit. Only no notice that every time people get burned up, them have to take up GoFundMe and hope the burn organization in Jamaica help them out, and then them pitch in and put money together and try to get them over to the United States of America so they can get help. And if they don't get it in time, they die. They die. The girl where the little boy bun up and now him dead prisoner do time for it, sneak in her house, her ex-boyfriend, burn her up. A sympathy for her. Why she ended up making it to the US in time to save her life. You know what I mean? So if we're gonna run to foreign all the time and we don't even have a comprehensive burn unit, may I try to tell the people them say, listen, I hope all you talk about the girl for dead and all this. I hope when one of your family members, could have been an auntie, uncle, cousin, somebody you know and love and cherish, because the whole of our family of Jamaica still that we're very close to, could have been any one of them. People don't have to get burned up because somebody light them a fire and throw gas on them and light them. People could get burnt up. We see it happen all the time. Two cars collide going at high speed. Iron bend up round you. Door lock. You can't get out of the car. Boom. Fluids bust. Something spark. And now you're trapped in a burning car. I've seen people in Jamaica trapped in a house and couldn't come out because all of the grill them lock up and them couldn't find the key to unlock the grill to come out of the house, and them don't have no other way out of them own house. That's something I've been meaning to talk to my audience about as well. Like, yo, you see when you're there Jamaica and the house well grill up, make sure say you know one way out of the house. Either that or you have the key to the grill around your neck. Because I've seen it happen. I saw an elderly man couldn't find him key to open him grill, him lock. Every grill around him house lock up and him inside. It was sad to watch his son and others stand up outside of the house and watch daddy burn up inside of the house. And him burn to a char till the house burn up. By the time ambulance people and firefighter people got there, he was charred. But I'm just trying to say, when I talk about these things, the same Jamaican people them who need it more than anybody else are the same one with SYM me, and you left Jamaica out of your mouth, man, and top chat bad about Jamaica. If you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing about Jamaica. What did I just say to you? A 7 youth me have, 7 youth me get. And I have never experienced or seen any of this before. So obviously I don't have to talk about it because I know me I benefit from it. But we want the place to be better for future generations. So because you know which part to go to get good treatment when your babies are coming into the world, don't mean you can't use your platform and your voice to speak on those for those who are that which part of study conditions is them. A crying shame. It is a crying shame. First of all, if a baby is being born, I think a doctor should be available. It shouldn't be just a nurse alone and the patient alone. What if something goes wrong that nurse does not understand? In particular, in this case right here. But I see people them who may advocate for cuss me out all the time. Same people I'm advocating for cussing me out all the time. And the first thing they go back to is the PNP them where you support. I'm like, here we go again with the politics thing. I don't care about any of these JLP, PNP, nothing. I don't know why people keep saying that. Because one election passed and I said, in this election, I would have voted PNP. That don't mean send me a PNP for life. I'm not you. I'm not die-hearted to any of them. I'm the person who said every Jamaican need to stop being die-hearted to any of these political parties. Hold their feet to the fire when you elect them, and the things that they're supposed to do, make sure so them do it before you re-elect them to give them more terms in office. If the list of things that they ran on are not accomplished by the end of their first term, don't take no, oh, we need 2 more term and 10 more years. Vote them out, vote in somebody else. If you start making them 1-term leaders, somebody is going to be hungry and craving for power and want to be a 2-term, 3-term, 4-term leader and an indefinite leader. They have to earn it though. But with this whole die-hearted something here, and once full the party getting a power, that's where they want to stay. Like you're on some winning team. What winning team? How are you winning when baby are dead? What that could be prevented. How are you on a winning team? Look at the infrastructure of our healthcare system for the average Jamaican person when I have a whole heap of money. And that's majority of the people in Jamaica. Look on the place good. You think you're upon a winning team? Them no want to hear me though. Them prefer cuss me. And then when it happened to them, that's what we have. Sad stories like these. You know? Sometimes I get some vex me, I tell myself, I'm here like, you know what? I don't even care about them no more. I'm not saying nothing to them about politics no more. I'm not saying nothing to them about healthcare no more. I'm not saying nothing to them about no burn unit no more. I'm just waiting because it's going to happen where we're going to see another story. Somebody else get burned up again and them need GoFundMe because them have to go overseas to get. One of the things when those same politicians that y'all elect, do you think if one of their family members gets into an accident and they get burnt, do you think that they are going to have to collect GoFundMe money and they're going to have to wait on the mercy of strangers and they're going to have to hope that a visa come through in time that they're granted so them can go overseas to get treatment? As soon as it happens, they out of there to the best hospitals ever. Is Uno I go left? And I'm talking to my Jamaicans who are in Jamaica. Uno I go left there when these things happen to Uno. So no better stop this. We love this politician forever kind of mindset. I mean, no care what him do. Me still love him and him still better than the other side or her. It's not to the benefit of you or your people around you, man. Me no love none of them politicians more than how me love Jamaica itself. I'm telling you that right now, and I don't love no political party more than how I love Jamaica itself. I want that the day comes where us Jamaicans can be proud as hell when we fly go to Jamaica and somebody said, what happened if you go down there and you get in an accident? And we can proudly say, oh, we have a stellar healthcare system. I'll be fine. I know that you say now. What do we say now when we're flying in? I want to make sure so we get airlift medical insurance. It's different from the regular insurance. Remember, because if anything happened to you down there, they might not be able to give you the proper care you need, and they might not be able to save you. You have to make sure so you can get airlifted out of there. And I go home in your yard, figure have like a fun, see your family or anything like that, and you have to plan in this kind of way. Because where you're going don't have proper things in place that can help you in case you're getting a little accident or something happen to you. You know? Man, I feel sorry for her. The sad thing about her story is there are many more stories like hers. That's the sad thing about Fiar's story. There are many more stories like hers coming out of Jamaica today. And this hits home close because our baby just turned, 3 months now? 3 months ago, Shakira had baby. It was seamless. It literally was seamless. We arrived at one big, fancy, spacious hospital early in the morning, just as scheduled. We checked in. Then you check in, them scan you in. You go in. She is led to her birthing suite, which is a luxury birthing suite with a nice view from top floor. All these things, and then she is hooked up and monitored properly, and then nurses come in and take blood and this, that, and the other, and then doctor come and check on you and say, I'll be your doctor for your delivery today. Nurse a change shift on you, all these other things. Everything went well. Do you need anything else? You need this, you need that, making sure you're okay, mom. Check panar, check panar, check panar. Them check panar so much. I was sitting there thinking, damn, if this ain't, I mean, I couldn't ask for any more. Imagine if we had these things in our own country. Which part we come from? No, seriously. Imagine if we did have them something there where we come from. One of the things that we are there. Two things that we wouldn't be here for if we had these things home, and if we were able to make decent living where, you know, we can just be more than scraping by. Majority of us wouldn't even be here or in anybody else's country. We would go to visit if we can, but we wouldn't sure as hell wouldn't live there and be spending most of our days there and only visit we yard. It's time that we start, because this starts at the top. This starts at the top. You know, I watch the people applaud their favorite politicians, get them big 200% or 300% raise on multi-million-dollar salaries. I watch them brag about them good, clean prime minister, their leaders. I watch them praise these people, and all the while along, them are suffer. Mr. Andrew only said the other day, off topic, Andrew said the other day about the repair of the roads is not to be politicized, and he's working out a plan because somebody has said, hello, sir, when the Hurricane Melissa come the other day, remember we did say it looked like earthquake did happen with the hurricane, because he never see hurricane landfall yet and split up road, asphalt road, bust up. So something must have been happening under the earth. Okay, how are these roads going to be fixed? Somebody called him out panic the other day. All the money that you got for to start the repairs and all these things, how come when I say the road them get fixed and not go on? The man said this will a politics will not try to turn this thing in. This will not be a political thing. I am working out a strategy to do it effectively. And the only thing I could think about was like, yep, just like how you was working out a strategy to hand out the things, the aid that came in for the people who needed them during the hurricane, and you wanted to do it in a more effective, efficient manner. And you were going to have these vouchers, and you were going to have these different places where they would be stocked with everything, and the people would collect their vouchers and go to this spot and pick up the things they need, and it would be seamless. I'll know. Ask the people them. Ask them if them get no voucher. Ask them if one place set up yet which part them can go. And still we're asking each other, where did all the stuff go? Because a whole heap of sitting there and get. How much the cargo plane load of tons and tons of aid, and how much the billions of US dollars. Where everything gone? And the road them were split up and mash up, them still split up and mash up right now. But still they're applauding and my prime minister that now. I'm not saying hate the prime minister, I'm saying hold him accountable. It comes from the top. Everything that we're experiencing comes from the top. Hold your leaders accountable. If a PMP leaders you have in your constituency, hold them foot to the fire too. And if them can't deliver for you, vote them out and vote in a JLP. JLP leader of your constituency, and them not do it, hold for them foot to the fire too. Vote them out and vote in a PMP. It doesn't matter. I really don't care about any of them like that, as far as, oh, me I gonna be die-hearted to them for the rest of my life. Man, come see my granny, you know, my granny a JLP, so JLP tell me dead. No matter a JLP to, you know, or PMP. I'm not off any of that. And I hate it because that's what has us where we are now. You know what this reminds me of? Do y'all know what this reminds me of? Look on the man where I run this place here right now and watch film followers them. You know, since anything that the man they do, him can't do no wrong. All when time them a suffer. All when them a suffer, you know, them still a praise the man where I make them suffer. I don't know what kind of, this worse than like religious indoctrination. This political indoctrination, something worse than religious indoctrination. All when they are suffering, even when their healthcare affordable health care is being taken away from them. And them over here are suck for air. Literally a suck for air because them can't afford the canister that carries them oxygen no more. And them did there. And them need medication to save them life and they can't afford it anymore. They're still praising the person who is taking away the affordability for all of this life-saving stuff away from them. And the same thing happened to Jamaica family. And it looks weird. It looks weird. Tuesday, Jane, welcome to the family. Big up yourself, Tuesday, Jane. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the family. Listen, it looks weird, man. Some of us are asking Jamaican people, them say, when are y'all going to start choosing Uno? Uno, if you're going to start choose Uno. I don't care which politician I watch me talk. I hope the whole of them share it with each other. In the like, no, we know. No, I don't. I don't. I'm not a big JLP supporter. I'm not a big PMP supporter. If you notice how me talk, if Andrew them do something good or JLP party do something good under Andrew Holness, I praise them feet for the good thing that they did that can benefit the people. If them do something bad, me bonfire upon them feet, I do the same thing with the other party as well. I don't care that much about any of them, seriously. So you can kill the talk about, yeah, but like I'm saying, this is going to be a good segue into our next topic. Police killing in Jamaica is out of control right now. Yesterday, I made a comment where I said these murders, because that's what they are, these murders, they need to be accounted for. Somebody reached back and said, yeah, the PMP party where you support and the gunman them support. So we can have a discussion now about the police murder rate gone skyrocket high. And the problem I have with that is, let me give my disclaimer first, okay? Because I realize that our people are like, they're not our people, but there are some of our brothers and sisters who are ignorant as the word there. Like they're super ignorant, and you can't reason with them. So they will take what you say and they will hear something completely different. I can't save them. But let me make this very clear to everybody. I am not anti-Jamaican police. I am very pro-Jamaican police. Right? I am not anti-Jamaica military. I am very pro-Jamaica military. I am a law enforcement man. Come from law enforcement family background. I am very much for them and understand what they have to do to keep law and order, especially in a society where the people, enough of them seem so unruly. With that said though, there's a way to govern, right? And we can't give law enforcement pass to be unruly to the point where them a move like said the law don't apply to them. It can't be shoot them up, kill, and there is no accountability for these killings. I want my Jamaican people to understand that what you are supporting, you're going to be crying your ass off about it pretty soon because you're supporting it because it hasn't reached your doorstep yet. You know those stories that we see where they say, Lord God, me never know say this would have reached out for me on. Me see it all the time, you know, me just never know say it would have happened to my family too. That's gonna be pretty soon. That's gonna be pretty soon. I remember when 10 years ago when I said my first video, Jamaica, we need to talk. And I said, why? The Jamaica dollar value just a slide go like avalanche. And the murder rate is just skyrocketing. When I said that, I said all the people who don't want to talk about it, who are telling me to come off of the subject and stop making Jamaica look bad, I say, hold on. Wait. It soon reached the whole of our doorstep. Jamaica is going to, I said this 10 years ago, Jamaica is going to get to a place where the whole of we know somebody firsthand who got killed, murdered, whether it's by police gun or by gunman gun. And also, it's going, if it don't reach us firsthand, we're going to be able to say, well, me know Miss Matty right, let's so and fear our son, them murder him round. So it's gonna be that close to everybody soon. Y'all saw what happened for the past decade before them start bring down the murder rate. Everybody became somebody who knew of somebody who got murdered. That's what we turned into, right? Because everybody do want to ignore it and don't talk about it because it make Jamaica look bad, and I make Jamaica look bad. Here we are now with our police officers. So as much as we are celebrating that the murder rate civilian to civilian is going down, we need to address that the police killing has increased over 200% and continues to go up. Continues to go up. You know, some used to praise Jamaica police because me used to say, why if I did America on the dead, somehow on the way how I see on the handle Jamaica police on the dead. Because American police won't give you that much of a blight. Especially if you're black too. But now, I have to question what I'm seeing. So hold on to this piece of information right here. An alarming wave of police shootings over the Easter weekend has left 11 men dead. 11 over the Easter weekend alone, including teenagers. Reigniting calls from Independent Commission of Investigation, or INDECOM, to make it mandatory for the cops in Jamaica to use body-worn cameras. Hello, Mr. Andrew Holness. Why are we still on that? I thought y'all said the body cameras were coming and it was taking a while to curate them. And then they were stuck somewhere on the journey to us. And then, oh, voila, they are here now. We're just getting them set up. So what happened? Why are we still talking about that? Again, it's 2026. Body camera should be on every officer. And every officer body camera should be running when they interact with civilians. There's an accountability when it comes to body camera footage that nobody can argue about. And I've said this before, it is there to protect the police officer and increase his credibility, as well as to protect the civilians as well. Civilians are going to feel more secure because them know say, you now go act outside of being professional because you have a body camera on you. You as an officer know that them can't lie upon you neither because we are both being filmed. When are we going to get to this level of credibility? Y'all claim you're trying to mend the police force with the people. So when the police force works alongside the people, then we will be able to eradicate certain things out of our society. Well, until that body camera something become a reality, I now work with no people because my general consensus is that majority of Jamaicans don't really frig with Jamaican police. Then we tell you, say, yeah man, some of them good enough, but a whole heap of them corrupt, me I tell you, be a corruption in our force. And I think everybody knows a police officer out of Jamaica or two that is a corrupted police officer, whether it's a minor level of corruption or a deep level of corruption. So we really can't look at all of them and say the whole of them good. Now, between April 3rd and April 6th, that's 3 days, investigators were called to probe 5 separate fatal incidents across the island, including 3 deadly encounters where 3 men were killed in each of these incidents. So among the dead are 17-year-old Corey Summers, 19-year-old Justin Summers, 2 brothers, both killed during a police operation in March Pen, Spanish Town. Another 19-year-old Tywayne Campbell was also among those fatally shot in a separate incident in Browns Hall, St. Catherine. And the others include 27-year-old Davoni Chase, fatal shooting in Sheffield, Westmoreland on April 3rd. 28-year-old Reagan McIntosh, fatal shooting in Sheffield, Westmoreland on April 3rd. Another unidentified male, fatal shooting in Sheffield, Westmoreland, April 3rd. The whole of them get shot in a Westmoreland, April 3rd, Rona Sheffield. Shakira, Rona, your place there. 22-year-old Shaquille Bennett planned operation in Browns Hall, St. Catherine on April 4th, dead. 52-year-old Geoff Campbell planned operation in Browns Hall, St. Catherine, April 4th, same day, dead. 21-year-old planned operation again, Denham Town, Kingston 13, April 4th, again, same place, dead. Unidentified male with the alias of Cooley, fatal shooting, March Penn, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, April 5th, dead. Unidentified male, fatal shooting in African Garden, August Town, Kingston on April 6th, same thing. Indicom says that the killings form part of a troubling trend, noting that this is already the 9th triple fatal shooting that is being investigated since the start of the year. The 9th triple fatal shooting. We're talking about shootings done by police officers. We're not talking about shooting where man shoot down man out a road. So the police them a clap them when a trees. 9 trees. The year no just start. The year just start, right? January, February, March. We are only at April 8th, and you're going to be alarmed at how many of them the police clout were already. I use the word clout where, dash where, clap down, all these things, because that's what's happening. That's what's happening. I remember when I started using the word, I wish word me did use be and then them start copy it, but then did I cuss me feet first. Dash way. Dash way. But that's what they're doing. Them a dash for some lives. You know what I mean? So the incident spanned several communities, including Sheffield and Westmoreland, Browns Hall and March Penn in St. Catherine, Denham Town in Kingston and August Town. 3 of the deceased remain unidentified still. Now, Indicom is saying that these killings form part of a troubling trend, noting that this is already the 9th triple fatal shooting by our law enforcement for the year. The commission revealed that 8 firearms were reportedly seized by police officers across 5 different scenes. However, a major concern has been raised. None of the officers involved were wearing body cameras during any of these deadly encounters, not even in the planned operations. Deputy Commissioner Yannick Taylor Wellington described the situation as a matter of grave and escalating concern, pointing to what she called an alarming trajectory in the use of lethal force. She stressed that body-worn cameras must become standard, especially during planned operations and high-risk engagements, arguing that modern policing cannot rely on bystanders or CCTV footage to piece together deadly incidents. These measures serve to protect both members of the public and law enforcement officers alike, she said. She now said nothing new because of the same thing we over here saw for the longest, right? The latest figure pushed the number, hear it out, the latest figure pushed the number of people who have been fatally shot by our security forces in April to 13, with the total of April alone get 13 police killed. April alone, 13 dead. Only no sister today, April 8th. April alone, 13 police killed already. And it is April 8th. April just start. But it brings our total for the year, January, February, March, and the first week of April, that's 3 months and 1 week, to 89. Police clocked down 89 people already. That's what has been recorded so far this year, which is slightly higher than the 87 that was recorded last year. Remember, say from last year and before we are crying about this, that something needs to be done. So you see the pace on which they're moving, right? You see, for the people them who are saying, why you don't know, make nice when time gunman a kill out the people them too. Let's put things into perspective here, right? Do you want our police officers acting as gunmen? Because one thing about gunman don't care about law. So you want our police to act like they don't care about law too? Because here what? If it's okay, we're not making it okay for the police to act like them not care about law too, just like how the gunman them, then you are really gonna be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because police can kill you and get away with it, and gunman can kill you and get away with it. Who are you going to run to? Who are you going to run to? The standards have to be set high for our law enforcement officials, and for them, their feet have to be held to the fire. They have to be responsible. I'll give you an example. A shooting happened. Police come back and the police say, yes, we go around there, sir. The boy pull out gun, point it to it, and bust off the gun, him shoot after it. We closed with and destroyed the enemy. We returned fire, and when all gunshots ceased, he was found laying in bushes nearby with the gun in his hand or nearby, because him drop it when him did a run. Why are these stories always the same? 1. 2, why is it that this is where the investigation stops? Who else see this man pull out gun and point it towards you and fire it, officer? You alone see it. You and your other police them alone see it. Everybody else say, I know so it go. The youth never have no gun. And we disregard what everybody else say as if they don't mean nothing. When you're doing investigations, right, aren't you supposed to take potential witnesses' account of the incident into consideration because they probably were there, so say? Yeah, you have to stand up right there so I watch the police box him down and drape him up, and the youth go to defend himself and the policeman ease him off and shot him. Just let that story die. Let's go with the one where the police said he shot at us and we shoot him, and him they have one gun. A 9mm was removed from his person with 1 round of live ammunition in it. If me and you go shoot somebody right now, they would want to know, how did we even get into an altercation? What could have caused this? And it has to be in line with the law, or we're going to prison. We're going to prison. We can't just wheel off, whether you're licensed or not. You can't just wheel off your firearm and just shoot somebody. So you have to have a chain of actions that led to a justified killing. So how come we're not holding our police officers accountable? When I ask for, where is the evidence? What is said? How is it described? When I was reading, the leader, the head person at Indicom is getting ready to leave Indicom. I don't know if him left already, but he was getting ready to leave over, I believe, January into February. He said one of the most troubling things to him about Jamaica is this. It's that he wasn't able to fix this in the time that he was there, and he was there for a long time. He wasn't able to fix this particular thing right here. So many killings happened by police officers, and the stories have all been the same. 9mm found, 2 live rounds of ammunition, 3 people shot, 1 gun between 3 men. The head of Indicom said the problem that doesn't sit good with him is that the forensics don't add up. That's what he said. The forensics don't add up. The story that the police officers are telling or the security forces are telling don't add up. It doesn't add up to a justified kill. I replied and said, it don't add up to a justified kill, but you never do nothing about it. So what was your purpose for being there all those years? And now that you're ready to exit office, you talk about the explanation the police officer them give majority of the time don't add up. So you came in, you did your job, you're leaving probably with a fat pension and separation pay and all these things. Your life good. You're gone back into obscurity and left the people them with a tainted police force full of killers who knows that they're going to be okay. All them have to do is say, you shoot after them. Let me ask y'all something, right? As Jamaicans, when since Jamaicans get so brave that everybody start point gun after police and shoot, and point gun after soldier and shoot when soldier pass, when since them get so brave? Me not saying that one or two man might not be doing it or have done it. 89 killed in 3 months and 1 week. 89. And almost every single one of them point gun after police and police kill them. Shoot after police first, police run them down, kill them. 89. So either them there Jamaica drink mad puss piss and everybody just decides this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna point gun after police and shoot after them. And run and make them kill we. Or something is not adding up. But nobody is brave enough to talk about it. Everybody wants to sweep it under the rug. Everybody wants the place to be safe. Everybody wants the murder rate to go down. And as long as they keep on telling you that, well, last year, the murder rate, we had 1,200. This year, we had 690. Next year, we're on trajectory to cut that in half and have 300 or something. And everybody has say, yay! But what they're not telling you is, police killings are climbing. And if you actually add the police killings to the number of civilian killings, you get the same number of killings that Jamaica normally has on a regular basis anyway. Every killing that is not justified through forensics is a murder. Is a murder. I'm not saying that some people don't deserve it, because we have some people in our society where me not like the people that will make me feel fearful, like, oh, me there Jamaica feel something for fear. Me want to lock up in a house behind grill and we're afraid to go out the door after certain hours and the place not safe and these kind of things. Yeah, get rid of them. If them not going to change their mind and come live amongst we law-abiding taxpaying citizens and make the place nice and live like sane people, and be contributing to our upliftment, yeah, get rid of them. But these murders have to be justified, man. These murders have to be justified. Unless you're slow, you're not paying attention or something, hear what me just say, I'm going to say it again. The more they tell you that the murder rate is going down, is the more police killing is climbing. And at the end of the year, when you add the amount of police killing to the amount of low murder rate what them talk about, you get back the same number where Jamaica get every year and has been getting every year for the past 2 decades. Something is off. Something off. Big up to the good Jamaican police them. The one them who this is what they set out to do. You know, the one them like when me go to school with, one time we da go to school and man say, me want to be one lawyer when me grow up, you know, or when me done school, you know, one next one say, me want to be one school teacher. One next one say, me want to be one police officer because me want to come clean up the place and make the country nice. Big up to them who followed that path and they are still on that, with that mindset there. But you see, if you're a police officer who say free ground, you know what I go on, and you're witnessing your counterpart them murdering citizens, then no big up to you, friend. You no different from the gunman them or perceived gunman them will know a kill. The criminal them will know a kill. I'm not saying you don't know something about the man them. I'm not saying you don't know something about them that other people might not know, including me. But there is a justice system. There's a justice system. Now, if the justice system continues to fail, as in let out murder upon bail when you catch them and carry them going, that only means that you need to do your job better. Chief Justice Sykes said the Jamaican police is the problem. Why? When the man said that, right, everybody started cursing him. Move on, go ahead, buy him out. Him in a gunman pocket. All the chief judge was saying was Jamaican police, them need to do proper investigation, and they need to employ modern techniques at evidence preservation, gathering and preservation, so that we can actually have something to bring about a conviction when these cases come. Because you can't expect him as a judge to take your word of mouth to give somebody a life sentence. How much more simple is that? It just means someone need to work harder. No bother with them let him out on bail, so me just so kill him. Because if you killed him while he wasn't doing nothing and he wasn't a threat to you, the whole police them know say a criminal that in a SouFLo. SouFLo, yeah, talk, I just true, you know. The streets know. That's what they be saying to me. The streets know. The streets know what them are doing now. You think so the police them don't know to? Them police know every man around here where a gunman and killer. So when them slap them where nobody say nothing. That's what y'all want us to operate off of? That's scary and rotted. Because that leave room for anybody can point to any of us and say, also SouFLo him a gunman, And next thing you know, them come for me. And my life gone. God forbid. And that's the story they're gonna give. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Big up yourself, Wagwan Slow.
Manners and respect, my brother. Want him?
Not much. Hey, Slow. We go by data. We go by numbers. So even if we want to research something in 2016 or even 2000, we go by the numbers and so on. My question is, say for example, in 2021, the exact numbers for murder was 1,600. After, say, Noel Maitland case, and if he was found guilty of unaliving Donnelly, do they go back and now add in 2021 it's now 1,601 person, or they don't do that?
No, well, Donnelly would have been added to the homicide list, not the list of police killings. Because they separate the list like this. Police work is different from civilian killing. And I know that Maitland is a police, but the manner in which that was a domestic situation. He just happened to be a police officer in a domestic situation. So her number went over to the civilian murders. Not a murder as in a police conducting official police business ended up taking the lives off or life off.
Okay. I like how you preach this morning, big up yourself, Pastor.
Manners and respect, my brother. We have to advocate not through Jerome because our place still enough. It's our place
and
still.
I like how you hit the point where for years I always wonder. Somebody dead, police coming at your community with a notebook and just for that day, and then you don't see them again. None at all. Everybody have to just keep a night, keep a party, and beg your family members to help you bury, and then that's it. No follow-up case. And I always say, if some of these police officers, just like here in the US, sometimes even 15 years after, they come knock at your door. That's why sometimes people do think twice before them do something. But in Jamaica, they will tell them straight, say, yo, nobody now investigate, no. So we just slap him in a broad daylight and we just answer the next. So if we did have these police officers that committed to do their job the proper way and investigate, I mean, they're going to complain, yo, me not get no pay, so me not follow up nothing. Our teachers used to tell us that sometimes.
That's what Chief Justice Sykes was saying. That's exactly what Chief Justice Sykes was saying. Exactly what I said now, what the Chief Justice Sykes said. The same bald dark-skinned judge there where oversaw the Noel Maitland. Noel Maitland? No. The when named the sentencing. When name be Sylvia sentencing, the one where I said, boy, how am I read so slow? And how am I going like say him forget law this morning? And how him same one. Him same one. That's exactly what he said. He said half of the time, when time them have to let people go who have been accused of murder and have been arrested for murder by our police is because it comes down to the police them not doing proper work. So if the police them did proper investigation, if the police them employed modern day technology, ways of gathering and preserving evidence and put a case together properly, him will surely be able to put away some people. But him have Lego, all bunch of people. There are lots of arrests, but there are very few convictions.
Because I used to love watch all these crime stories, Law and Order, SVU, and sometimes they tell you these are based on true stories. And you'll even hear the judge say, because of the carelessness of the police officer with the evidence, he'll just tell the person, say, yo, you get away, you were lucky on this one because of the carelessness of the police officer. Just the fact that you can even misplace a knife or tamper with a crime scene, the person can get away free.
Yes. Yeah. And speaking of these police killings, I can't believe Jamaica police them killed 89 people already. 9 times so far, they have killed 3 people at once. 9 triple murder at once, or 9 triple shootings, because them no one call it murder, because them in a uniform. But me call them murder because if they're not justified in forensics, then there are murders. 89 already, brother. We just reached the first week of April. That's 3 months and 1 week. 89.
How does you, for example, Flo, it's a high chance you can go back to Jamaica, go back to your country, link up with your cousin them and then say, hey, you know Mr. John Boy just opened a shop and you want to go support him? And you're telling me because you were there supporting and somebody wanted come up on the scene where you don't know. Now you end up have to deal with that and it's a shootout because 3 or 4 was there when you're very much innocent.
You might not even know what they're there for, but gunshot fly everywhere and you get it, they will probably just label you as you were in the company of 2 other gunmen and 3 bodies were taken from the scene and them running down and shoot up the trail, and that's how they're gonna justify it. That's how they would justify it. They would never put on the news and say the police accidentally killed this one person who was just visiting from overseas because they were trailing this one person who they suspect of being a gunman, wanted in many other incidents, and he was there chilling at the shop around where them did have a little get together. Them are gonna lace up everybody around there with gunshot and say, the whole on, that is your group, and you're a crew that, and the trail I saw no move. You flew into the island to be with your gunman friends and you were committing crimes, and I saw you dead. That's why I said proper investigation is needed, and if each killing needs to be justified by forensics, and if it can't be, then it's a murder.
Flo, I've been in court before, and I hear the person telling the judge, said, Judge, I don't speed. I'm a loyal citizen, I don't speed. And the judge said, you know how much time we have here that you're telling me that you have never speed before? Yes, so because you're so confident in that, go pay the fine. I'm not even going to cut it. I'm saying that to say,
yeah,
I believe if a police go in a courthouse and say, we hear guns fire and we return fire, or they escape in nearby bushes, the judge will say, you know what, we've been hearing that from before I was born. So that's not an excuse. You're going to be, you have to go just take the charge for it. Like how many years we've been hearing that people escape in a nearby bushes, or we just drive and we just hear, like, which gunman just see police and just start open fire on them like that?
That's what I said.
They normally just take away the scene.
That's what I said. And Jamaicans are buying this. That's the thing. Jamaicans are buying this, bro.
When we used to go a country go visit, you have a thing where, say for example, maybe you come from Westmoreland You see, from the police, them start come to like Anchovy, going Savalamar, people that call and that text people say them boy they come. So everybody normally clear off of the road, off of the shop scene, off of the ends. Cause everybody they say, yo, police are come. Nobody no did they lay wait when police are come and start fire
shot on them.
No. Unless somebody be hearing voice or them a go crazy.
That's
but
what I said.
Them still afraid of police.
That's what I just said. It's like all of a sudden, everybody in Jamaica must be drinking mad puss piss. Cause you want to tell me say 89 Jamaicans in 3 months and 1 week decided it was a good idea to shoot out with police and dead. Out of nowhere. That's crazy, man. And I'm not buying it.
I think they're working with a scripted book that when them analyze somebody.
This is what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's going on. And it's plain to see. The thing is, there is no oversight. There is nobody who is saying, listen, we don't want to hear that. Because that's what y'all keep saying, and it's starting to look bad. What we want is proper proof and evidence. What made you have to engage this person in the first place? But, you know, all of this could be answered with what?
The cameras.
All right, sir.
So why not they just take them off duty or off duty with no pay until investigation? That means no, they don't want to miss a month pay or whatever. So them start actually do the right thing.
No, but remember, Sayago asks, you can't do that because if he ends up being right, you're gonna have he can sue you because you have him sit on a yard with no pay when he's just doing his duty. And another thing is now they know that all them have to do is say, boy, point gun, we kill him. And they're good to go because nobody is gonna investigate properly. You have to understand, so you're asking the police to investigate him, brethren. If me and you are brethren, or we are party, or we in the same group, gang, clique, crew, organization, and we have to investigate each other, how likely is it that we're going to start to find whole heap of people them in a few own group guilty? It's highly unlikely.
Didn't the government say bring them in, dead or alive? Well, I could have said one time, you know, maybe last year early, the government said.
Bustamante did say that them figure out there and bring in the rest of them dead or alive. That's the Coral Garden massacre. What Andrew Holness said sometime last year was something about you're going to either meet your maker or something else him said, but it ended with meet your maker. And it went viral. And the people who support him like it, so them run with it on social media, and it's meet your maker. So as soon as them say a gunman
your own doorstep,
yep,
and your kids meeting the maker, that's when they're gonna start to rebel.
Yeah, when it's their when it's their good brother who they know is not a gunman, when it's their good father who they know is not a gunman, that's when the cry is gonna get loud for them. Until then, they're cheering the police killing. Kill more of them, officer.
I think we need to push harder on this camera with because we as Jamaican citizens can't video all the time. Because enough time we say we're videoing and the police body up or grab with your phone. Maybe I will step on your through.
Yes. I've seen that quite a few.
So we have to, you know, maybe either campaign or we actually sign some petition that we need them to start showing the camera and make we get evidence in a court. Because we can't video every interaction with the police officers. Because to most police officers, they're right and you're wrong. They're big, you're small. And, you know, everything they say, there's nothing you can do about it. That's how they believe. That's why police need to say, sit down, shut up. I mean, box you in your face. That's why they talk to us citizens like that. Because the law box them and them powerful in a uniform.
Mr. Video with Jamaican police tell man to go suck them mother already. But before I could say, damn, that was super unprofessional, me hear the same man tell back the police we go stop fee mother. And next thing me know the police drape up the man and I try kick with him foot from under him. I try fling him on the ground, talk about him, I arrest him. The man I say, well, you arrest me for the police, cause you cuss me and you using decent language. And I mean I say, but we all sat here and heard you first tell the man about sucking mother. Like Jamaica is a weird place, man, when it comes to certain things. As much as I don't advocate for how some of them people here deal with the police officer them, because the way sometimes I've seen ways where I know for a fact if they did that in the US, them police over here would have killed them already. But I've also seen the flip side of things, where the Jamaican police handle the people them like say it's not their own people. Like it's not their own people, like them don't live in the same country.
Flo, you know? Every time I hear you said certain things that you rather deal with a police officer of your color. I always like to listen. Like for example, I remember I stopped somewhere at a gas station in America, and I was winning. I buy a scratch ticket and I won, and then I cash it and I buy another one and I won, and I was there for 10 minutes. And you know these lazy people call police on me. So when I'm pumping my gas and I sit in my truck while my gas pumping, a police officer pull up. It was a lady, a dark lady, complexion of mine. And she said, hey, they call that you're trespassing. I said, what? Crazy. He said, yeah, in this state, they don't have to have a reason why you're trespassing. She was so calm. She said, you want to give me your name? I said, yeah. You want to give me your ID? So I said, no, I don't, you want me to write a report? I said, no, I'll just leave. Wait till I finish pumping my gas. And she was very cool, smiled with me. And I said, you know what? I bet if it was one of those other type of cops, they'll be here trying to make it a scene. So, there's a lot of times I see where officers of your own complexion, they know in their mind that these people, it's ridiculous. They shouldn't even call the cops. So they will understand, but sometimes the other type of people, they making a scene. So normally whenever I see my type of people, I'm very much comfortable because they understand that, once you're black, you're already in trouble already.
It's more like racism, bro. So what I said was what racism. What I said was driven by racism, and the reason we said that is because of this. As bad as things be in Jamaica, and as much as the police them kill in Jamaica, I would rather deal with my own police them than deal with the one them over here who are of different persuasions than myself. The reason being is in Jamaica when the police are first of all, I've never had bad encounters with them, and I've had many encounters with them in Jamaica. I never had bad encounters with them, right? Some people say SouFLo because you have one platform that is known. Because one time them greet you, them say, welcome SouFLo, you're there on the island. It could be that, but that no means that them all treat me any different. Me could have get treated worse. What I find is they actually treat me like, say, them see them brother, or them see a family member, a cousin, a friend, somebody who looks like them kind of thing. Apply that same principle over here to the US, right? When time you have Caucasian police that come to a scene where there is black people there, and that is who you get called to come address. Them already come in a certain mode. Them already reach aggressive. Them already reach with one hand on them gun ready for draw it if anything. You ain't did much of nothing. Even when they pull us over in a traffic stop and we never do nothing other than I went to turn right, but the light is blown from my right bulb in my blinker. So them all pull me over to tell me say my light never turn on when time I make the right turn. Them approach with hand on gun already. I wasn't a threat. I wasn't doing nothing. Me never drive reckless. It's just the light gone. Something that could happen to anybody vehicle. You're driving down the road, you left your yard, your vehicle was working perfectly. You went 1 mile down the road, poof, your backlight blow out one of them. So now you driving around thinking you're making right turns when you're not signaling. Police see pull you over, them want act like them want to kill you from beginning. Black police officer pull you over more time, they'll be like, hey man, you know, you turned right down there. You don't even have to ask what I'm being pulled over for. You know, you turned right down there. You made a right turn and you didn't even indicate you were turning right. And that give you a chance to say, oh, my light must be out, because I'm pretty sure I hit the indicator and I turned that way. And then them going to the driver license registration and all the other stuff. Before you know it, it ends with, get that light fixed, man. Hurry up and get it fixed, right? And you can't drive around like that. All right, officer, boom, I'm on it. Drive straight, go auto parts store, get the bulb, change it out, and good to go. Them your money, them stop you if they tell you, say your backlight now work good, you end up dead or you end up in a handcuff. How we reach there? And I know that some of the black police officers can be worse, but majority of the times it's not. Majority of the times I rather deal with my own, because they look at you like, this could have been my brother or my cousin or my uncle. You look like my sister's husband. You look like them feel some kind of a kinship to you. Whereas them other people there, once they're approaching you, remember, them not grow up with nobody like you. They've been told their whole lives, a lot of them been told their whole lives that your kind is lazy, criminals, this, that, and the other. So they approach you with all that stereotypical BS that they have in their mind about you already anyways, which makes them hostile towards you in the first place. So that me rather deal with them one them.
I've gone into handcuffs before because I was on my phone talking. The police officer saw me park at the stoplight waiting on it to turn green. And I'm talking on my phone while she was passing by. And she turned around because she see me talk on the phone, and I look at her. I pull over in the gas station, same time she drive over there. And she come and say license and registration. And I'm like, hey, normally people just run my plate and they'll see everything. She said, come out of the vehicle. And put me in a handcuffs and me look intimidating and I'm so tall and strong. So she took me out of her car and put me in a handcuff. And she was like a Puerto Rican mix. Nothing came out of it because she called back up and, whole heap of private police, pull up. But after a while, they just see that it's just, false alarm and, but she didn't even write a ticket for her on the phone.
And you're reaching a handcuff.
Some people, they just feel like, say, yo, you're black and you're tall and you're strong, shit can go down, while I was just sitting in my car. So yeah, I've seen it many times. I see police pull me up and talk about my head hardy seat covers. And they say, yo, them people take risks. Police also pull up and tell me, say, yo, I'm showing off because I'm driving the same year the vehicle was made. I'm driving that type of vehicle. Pull me over, say I'm showing off. Only because they play music and a rocking on my car. So them police here sometimes I've seen it.
The military side of me couldn't help this morning, Jerome, but indulge a conversation in a different way. We learned a lot about you this morning. We learned that you're tall. We learned that you're dark skinned. We learned that you drive a truck. We learned that you play a lottery, or you play a lotto numbers, or you play scratch off, or them kind of thing there. And we learned that you probably soup up your truck a certain kind of way. Probably have like seat covers and steering covers and all these things. We learned quite a few things about you in this one little conversation this morning. So
you need to go to country, because it seems like you're a farmer.
So we have put it together now to see if we can come up with your image now, so everybody can know just who you is.
All right, big up my boss. I need to stay in the comment section.
All right, manas.
All right. Yeah.
E. Marvin, big strong man. He big and tall and dark skin. He's a big strong man. All right, Jerome. We learned a few things about you this morning. By weekend, we should have a picture of how you actually look. Remember, I said I'm not showing face yet. I think going into this weekend, we should open up the cameras and have people come in again so we can reintroduce ourselves to each other. We have a lot of new names around here and we don't know what the face them look like. So I think Friday morning, everybody, I'm giving you a heads up, because when I share the link to the camera, I need you to come on screen. Please Stop being afraid to get on the screen. Show yourself. Life is short. Make somebody know what you look like and these kind of things. So we're gonna reintroduce yourself to each other again. All right. That thing, and those are usually normally pretty fun doing that. Cause we hear the voice them, or we hear the voice from the calls, or we read the comments and we see the names, but we don't really know the face them. Majority of you don't even have your real face in your icon. So we're gonna do that, reintroduce yourself. The last thing we're gonna talk about this morning, because we only have 5 minutes left, is just frivolously passing by to end out the morning like this. What is going on with the younger generation of people? Somebody please tell me what. I'm looking at them, right? And I'm realizing like the young people, them look older than their age by far. People who are in their 30s now actually look like people who are late 40s. People who are in their 20s, a lot of them look like people who are late 30s going into 40s. Sometimes when me hear them say them age, I have to be like, I watch this dating, where dating show name? I watch this dating show called Pop the Balloon. And I swear to God, everybody on that show there is telling a lie. I'm saying everyone on there needs to show an ID every time they come up on the show. Because every time me hear them say, I'm Charles Jones, I'm 32 years old. Me and Shakira, they sit down next to each other. I hear the two of we. 32 where? You might have a 32-year-old son, but ain't no way on God green earth you are 32. The next one, I'm younger than him, and I popped my balloon because you said you're not into people who are younger than him. And I'm like, you younger than who? How you younger than him? I'm 27. Me I say, which part of that at 27? That must have been the roughest friggin' 27 years in history. Young people look old. They look old. They look way older. No disrespect to them. But them look way older. I don't know what going on with them. You know? I don't know what going on with them. You watch the Jamaican version? I watch the Jamaican version sometimes, but sometimes it just rock my brain too much, man. I feel like I lose brain cells, so I just don't really watch it too much, but I do watch it sometimes. Yeah, them are 28. Them don't look no 28. They barely look 38. I'm sorry, they're 28. They barely look even 38. They could easily pass for if they're 28 and them tell me, say, I'm 39, I'll be 40 next year. I could say, you look your age. You look your age. When I'm 28 sometime, I'm like, where? You look like you're the parent of a 28-year-old. You don't look like you're, I mean, now over-exaggerating. You know, some of them man here, especially the man them, especially the men. Brother, I don't think men are taking care of themselves or, I don't know what. I don't know as well. They just look way older. Them, and it's not the gray hair, because you can't have gray hairs and still look young. I've said that before. You know, some people have them gray hair, but their facial features are so fresh and them look so young still. No, man, them man here look like they've been out in the fields working for years and them just beat down and tired and them just barely put themselves together this morning to come at the show. And they have to go back home to the farm and the grandchildren. And you check it out and it's a 30-something-year-old. And it's a 20-something-year-old. Some of the women too, they definitely be looking like, sometimes the women come on and hear Shakira, that's definitely a mother of about 2 or 3. May I say, yeah, she look like soccer mom, or she look like she have about 3 kids. She been married and divorced before. She look like that. Girl, come on, I said she had 24. No children, just 24. And I just turned 24. Them old before them young. Remember, we have a song like that, right, his daughter? Y'all get old before them young. Them old before them young. How do you sing that song then? I don't remember the rest of the words to the song either, so don't ask me to sing it. I just remember that part. Y'all get old before them young. And not just the girl them, and the man them too. This generation, the new people them get old before them get young. Well, maybe maybe they'll get younger later. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe we're actually watching human evolution right before our eyes, and we're seeing how humans actually look older when they're younger, and as they get real older, they then start to look younger. Me no know, but I hope of that. I hope it's that. Or the song. Oh, that's why you posted it? Okay. Y'all get old before them young. Louis Culture. Thank you. Thank you, Nance. Louis Culture. At the rum, boom, weed, sun. From sunrise to sundown. What? But enough of them say them don't drink and don't smoke. Listen. Some of them look like bills that stress them, divorce depend them. Them are gonna lose everything. You know when big people stress out, I saw them look. If you look that old already and you're that young, you might as well go ahead and do all of the above. You know, drink, smoke, rum, shots every day, all that. Cause it's not helping you. I saw one person said, I look young for my age, don't it? It's because of my diet and I don't drink and I don't smoke. And I wanted to tell her so badly that you might as well start drinking and smoking because you look nothing like what you think you look like. And them think them look young too, you know. They do. They think they look young. Here, good luck to all of you. Life is here, and the longer you're here, you're going to naturally age. I just encourage aging gracefully, loving yourself at whatever stage in this life you're at, or at least try to, you know. How life I can break it down, you know. Where you used to stand up stiff, I can start point downwards in few years to come. Your face I gonna get droopy, your body I gonna get droopy. All of the above is going to happen. You're gonna get belly and fat where you never have belly and fat before. That's just life. That's just life. I encourage you to take the best care you can of yourself while you can, you know, and please remember that what you do to yourself today is you're setting yourself up for what your tomorrow is going to look like. So for the people them who like every day, just remember say tomorrow when time the heart problem and the stroke and the high cholesterol and the blockage of the arteries and hardening of the walls of the arteries and all these things start is because you did a extra enjoy yourself a little bit before this, and you never did get enough rest, and you did a bleach all night and wind up on people and all kind of something like that. Invest in your health. That's all I'm saying. We're going to leave it right here this morning. We're finishing right on time. I have so much going on today. I'm going to tell you about it at a later date. I have one long stack of paperwork over there, so that has to be presented at some place. Then I have an appointment. Then I have one next appointment and all these other things. But I'll put you all up to date in due time. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. It's go out there and get over the hump. It's Wednesday. And try to have a wonderful day at least. All right? Be good. Be good. My granny Miss Ruby said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to be good. And my grandfather, Mas Clevey, said, I will see you tomorrow if God speaks.